Okay, let's see the questions one by one. The number one, FSB's due process for setting accounting standard includes which of the following procedure? First, FSB can seek information about accounting and reporting issues by holding public forums, usually based on exposure draft. Is this right?
Yes.
Yes. So you don't have to look at the other three, right? A is already correct. Yeah. And number two, which of the following items should be known as a component of comprehensive income? Comprehensive income includes two items, net income and other comprehensive income, right? And SEC requires companies to report comprehensive income, which includes net income and other comprehensive income. Other comprehensive income is called OCI. And I show you OCI includes 4 items. Remember? What are the 4 items? Unrealized gain or loss from pension, from change in value of available for sale security, from derivative financial instrument, and from foreign currency transaction. Okay? That might be also tested. Okay? So here, the question asks you, which one is a component of comprehensive income? So I say that net income and the OCI. Okay? And so dividend paid to shareholder? No. Okay? That's not the one. Foreign currency translation adjustment? Is this right?
Yes.
Yes, because that's an item of OCI. So if you don't know the 4 items of OCI, then would you be able to pick the right answer? No. So you have to know the 4 items covered in OCI. Got it? Okay. And number 3, Dunbar Company had the following activities during the year. Yeah. What amount should Dunbar report as cash provided or used by investing activity in its statement of cash flow? Okay. Purchase of inventory, is this OA? To answer this question, you need to be able to distinguish to determine if a transaction is a OA, IA, or FA. Okay? So purchase of inventory, is that IA, OA, or IA, or FA? That's OA, right? That's OA. And purchase of equipment, IA. Purchase of available for sale security, IA. Okay. Whatever investment. Okay. When you purchase equipment, machine, or building, and you hold it for resale, then that's investment. Okay. When you purchase security, the stock from the other company, you hold it for a period of time and you resell it for profit. That's investment. Okay. And how come the purchase of inventory is an OA? Because whatever transaction related to generating revenue should be reported as OA, should be classified as OA. Okay. So if you purchase inventory and you sell inventory to customer, yeah, to create revenue, then that's OA. When you make payment to supplier, is that OA? Yes. When you pay salary to employee, is that OA? Yes. Okay. And purchase of treasury stock, FA. Issuance of common stock, FA. Okay? Issuance of common, what kind of transaction should be reported as FA? I say whatever transaction related to obtaining or paying capital from or to creditor or owners. One more time. Whatever transaction related to obtaining or paying capital from or to owners or creditor. Okay? So okay. I do lecture this in lesson. Okay? When I show you how to prepare the cash flow statement, right? And I also show you for the operating section, to prepare the operating activity section, we can use either the direct method or indirect method. And I show you a simulation question about how to apply the indirect method to prepare the operating section, activity section. I say if that question is tested, it might be tested as a simulation question, remember? Okay. Okay, so to answer this question, you need to be able to distinguish OA from IA from FA. And basically, OA means whatever transaction related to generating revenue. So purchase inventory or sell inventory. Yeah. And collect cash from customer, or make payment to supplier, or pay salary to employee, or interest income, or interest expense. All of these are related to generating revenue, so it should be reported as OA. And IA means whatever transaction related to. No, dividend is a FA. Dividend payment is a FA. Receive dividend. Receive dividend. Okay, I thought you are saying dividend payment. Yeah, receive dividend income. Right? You are saying dividend income. Yeah. OA. And then acquisition. Any transaction related to acquisition or disposal of productive asset. When I say productive asset, what asset could be productive asset? Long-term fixed asset, PPE. Are PPE productive asset? Yes. Or if we purchase a stock from the other company and then we resell it for profit, is that productive asset? Yes. Okay. So whatever asset we purchase, and then we can use it. We might use it in our operation, or we might hold it for resale. Productive asset. And or loaning. We lend money to people. Or collecting on loan. Okay, all of these are considered as IA. Okay. And FA means lending or paying capital from or to owners. Owners means shareholder. For a corporation, owners means shareholder. So from or to owners or creditor. So for example, obtaining capital from shareholder, which means we issue stock. Paying capital from obtaining capital from creditor, which means we get a loan following. Yeah? And paying capital to owners, which means we purchase treasury stock. And paying capital to creditor, which means we repay the loan. Okay, we repay the loan principal, not the interest expense. Interest expense goes to OA. Okay, so repay the loan principal, that's FA. Yeah. And dividend payment is also FA. So for you to be able to get the right answer for this question, then first you need to be able to distinguish OA from IA from FA. And so based on what I say there, purchase of inventory is OA, right? Purchase of equipment is IA. Purchase of available for sale security is IA. Purchase of treasury stock is FA. Issuance of common stock is also FA. So the only two transactions that should be classified as, that should be reported as IA is purchase of equipment and purchase of available for sale security. So one is 80,000, the other one is 60,000. Both are positive. So what's the net cash? 140,000. Okay, 140,000, right? And purchase, okay. Purchase means do we have inflow or outflow? Outflow, okay. So well here it shows all the amounts are shown as positive, okay. But in the answer you have to determine do we have inflow or outflow. If we have inflow, then that's positive. If we have outflow, then that's negative. Purchase of equipment is an outflow. Purchase of security is also outflow. Yeah. So you add 80,000 to 60,000, you get 140,000, and it's negative. Yeah, it's negative. Yeah. So question 1, 2, 3 are all easy, right? Yeah. And then number 4. Several companies had 100,000 in accrual basis pre-tax income for the year. At year end, accounts receivable had increased by 10,000 and accounts payable had decreased by 6,000 from their prior year end balance. Under the cash basis accounting, what amount of pre-tax income should several report for the year? Remember I told you that a type of question which is frequently tested on the exam is how to convert accrual basis amount to cash basis amount, or how to convert the cash basis amount to accrual amount, right? And do you still remember what should we do? We use the expanded accounting equation, right? We use the expanded accounting equation. Yeah. So the original accounting equation is total assets equals total liability plus equity. And then we put a change sign in front of each item. And for the total asset, we separate it to cash asset and non-cash asset. For the non-cash asset, we call it OA. Yeah. And because the question gives you accrual amount, and now it's asking you the cash amount, right? Yeah. So if the question asks you to compute the cash accrual, the cash basis amount, then we have to put the cash amount in one side of the equation, and then we move the other item, the other account, the other item into the other side of the equation. So the equation will become like this. Okay, and at the end of the equation we put accrual. Okay, and so we call this as expanded accounting equation. Does your memory come back? I did show you this, right, in the first or second lesson. Yeah. Okay, so this is the expanded accounting equation, and you don't have to memorize this because you can start with the original equation and then you expand it. Okay, you expand it so it will become like this. And after you have the expanded equation ready, then we just need to enter the information given by the question into the equation. First, it says the accrual amount is 100,000. Yeah. So the first item we should start with is the accrual amount, 100,000. This is the accrual amount. Okay. And it says that at year end, accounts receivable had increased by 10,000. Okay. Accounts receivable is an asset, right? It's increased by 10,000, so I put positive 10,000 here. Okay. I put positive because the question says it's increased. And we have to go back to the equation to see the sign. Okay. Because accounts receivable is an asset, right? The sign for asset is negative, so I have to put a negative here. So the first sign positive indicates it's increased. Okay? If it's decreased, then we put negative. If it's increased, we put positive. And then we go back to the equation to check the sign for the item. Okay? If the sign for the item is positive, we put positive. If it's negative, we put negative. And one more thing you have to remember, now we are converting income, okay, accrual income to cash income. If the question asks you to convert accrual expense to cash expense, then should we reverse the sign? Yes. Okay? When it's increased, we also put positive. When it's decreased, we put negative. But when we go back to the equation to check the sign for the item, okay, if we are converting an expense, no matter if we are converting from accrual to cash or from cash to accrual, as long as we are converting an expense, then when we check the equation shows positive for the item, then we have to reverse it to negative. When the equation shows negative for the item, then we have to reverse it to positive. We change the sign. Remember that? Yes. Okay. But now we are converting an income. So do we have to reverse the sign? No. Okay. So the question says accounts receivable is increased. So we first put a positive sign. And then we go back to the equation to check the sign for asset. It's negative, so I just put negative. Okay. And then it says that accounts payable had decreased by 6,000. Okay. Decrease, so we put negative. And accounts payable is a liability. So when we go back to the equation to check the sign for liability, is it positive or negative? Positive, right? So we put positive. That's it. That's it. Okay. So then you get cash basis amount. How much is that? Negative, positive, it becomes negative. Okay? Negative. Positive, negative also becomes negative. Yeah. So we have 100,000 minus 10,000 minus 6,000. So the net amount, the cash amount is 84,000. Okay? 84,000. Yeah.